you have a recommendation then? If you're in the household right now and you're any of these ages, let's say you're 25, you're 50, and you're 80, let's just go with those three ages, and you're not feeling great, should you be then trying to go to the hospital? Or I guess maybe if you're 80 you are, or just stay home and deal with it the best you can?
Yeah, in general, one of the things we all need to be very good about doing right now is giving our healthcare workers a break. So you should not be going to the hospital with the sniffles right now. There are a few things that Americans should do. You should get a flu shot. One of the reasons you should get a flu shot is not because the flu shot prevents you from getting coronavirus. It does not. But if you get a flu shot, it lowers your risk of actually getting the flu, and therefore you won't go to the hospital with the flu. And now is not a good time for you to be burdening our healthcare system for your own sake or for the sake of the system. Furthermore, going to the hospital if you're not actually sick, if there are a lot of actually, or if you're just mildly sick, if there are a lot of actually seriously sick people there, you might get the germ from them. So it's not like in a hospital waiting room is not a time to be right now unless you actually need it. So generally speaking, the symptoms of coronavirus are variable. You should have a fever above 101.5. It's in about 85% of people, not everyone, but most people have a fever. A dry cough would be a symptom. And then there's a shortness of breath. Certainly, if you have shortness of breath and a fever, absolutely, you should go to the hospital. And then there's a whole host of other symptoms at lower percentages. So if you're a 25-year-old person and you have your runny nose and low grade temperature and some muscle aches, it's probably not coronavirus. Stay home until you get sicker. That would be a reasonable choice. If you're an older person, then you should have a lower threshold. And ideally, if you went, we would test you, right? And but again, we don't have enough testing yet. Hopefully the country will get better at that in the coming months.
Hey everyone, we're obviously in some uncharted territory with coronavirus, and our plan here is to help you make as much sense of the situation in a non-alarmist fashion as possible. If you're looking for reliable information from experts on the front lines of the pandemic, check out our coronavirus playlist, which we'll keep adding updates to right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe.